What is up, guys? Killerkev, and today I'm bringing you the 0.03 version of The Forest. We're going to be talking about the patch notes, what we did last 0.0.2. So hopefully a few things have changed, and as always there is gameplay in the background. Maybe not corresponding to these patch notes, but we'll see how far we get into the video. So new features and improvements. I'm going to read a few. If you want a link to all of them and all the performance bugs, sounds, improvements and features added into this version of the game, there will be a link in the description, but let's read some which have poked out a little bit from me. Bats now correctly fly out of cave entrance. Oh, there's bats added now to the cave entrance, which is pretty darn cool, which is not too bad. There's also some talk about peaceful mode. That'd be really quite cool, because apparently, well, the last version that we played, I'm not sure if it was a bug or it was actually meant to be that specific thing, but what actually happened is where we were going up to, say, the natives or the people that lived on the islands or islands, we were literally getting one-shotted, which was never sort of underestimated in any other version of the game. 0.0.1 was not like that. Even the micro patch for the save, none of that was added in. The 0.0.2 patch, though, they were one-hitting you, so hopefully that's changed. I may find a couple of them just to start on that. Peaceful mode, again, back to that point, not sure how to enable that sort of mode itself in general. Player's head as well. If you looked in some of the really old footage that we got, probably when the game first came out, and probably in the last patch as well, I think in the last patch it might have got done, we had no head. If you looked at the shadow, there was no head at all, and if you glitched ever so slightly, there was no head whatsoever, so it was just a couple of limbs and no head, which made no sense at all, but oh well. Houseboats are now actually in your infantry. Infantry saving has been fixed as well. I know previously where we captured or collected a couple of items, collected a couple of items, then they weren't in our infantry, which was really quite strange. New things as well, like stick holders have been added into the game. I'm not sure if that's new, because the log holder was in the game, and that was extremely buggy for some bizarre reason. I have no idea why. Fixed water not emerging on terrain when raining. Sort of really buggy sort of shadow and quality sort of glitches to do with the rain itself, which was a little bit weird, but that's all changed now, so hopefully that's pretty darn good. Improved sunset and sunrise lighting. Now for me that wasn't so much of an issue, because the sunset and the sun rising looked freaking amazing. The game, as I say, I've said in plenty of other videos, the game itself does look pretty darn amazing, and I'm very happy with the lighting. The textures and terrains, though, not too much so, but as I say, this is still an alpha. This is not even in beta, so it's a 0.0.3 version of the alpha game, which is really quite nice. New to buildable item, as I say, was a stick holder. Infantry can now carry one additional stick, which is not too bad, and if you think about it, the more sticks that you can hold, and hopefully that goes up, maybe we can see like a backpack or sort of storage device which we can craft to carry more sticks, would be even awesome. Hopefully they add that as well, but a stick holder, I'm not too sure how that's going to be. They did say they sorted out the log holder, and that was more buggy than it was in the last patch than it was technically for this patch. I have no idea why, but it was for me. Small texture tweaks and improvements. That might be some of the textures on the water, which was to do with the rain, but that's also to do with sort of the hills, the rendering settings of the terrain near the beaches, and plenty of other different things like that. So hopefully that is pretty good. Oh, what have we got here? Oh, different options to do with the graphical setting as well. There are 11 new ones as well, so that'd be pretty cool to test out if you've got a pretty good computer or a low computer. Hopefully this runs on low now as well, because a lot of people have said that you probably need quite a beefy rig for this game. So hopefully they switch that out, and now you can do it like that. Stick markers added to the custom building. Can quickly build yourself a waypoint, which is great, because some of the log cabins and the small temporary shelters did not actually have a home button. So if you came out of one of the caves and then went to go and find I don't know, your home, which you got sabotaged by the natives, then it was really quite hard to find, because that icon was not there, hence why people were building one of the log cabins and one of the save shelters. I believe it was the huntsman hut. I'm not too sure, correct me if I'm wrong, the ones that arch over on the logs, then you needed to build that one to get that home icon. Bench now buildable via furniture. So now we've got furniture, which is awesome. Maybe a little bit here and there. You probably see this in the video as I'm talking about it now. We're probably going to be focused on the sort of looking at the terrains. I'm not too worried about the natives on how much they hit at the moment because that peaceful mode's in there, and I'm going to look at the building on it as well. What else have we got here? Improved lily pad pop-up. I'm not too sure what that means in general. The lily pads, for me personally, in the rivers that we played in the previous game and on the live stream were perfectly fine. Med now pickups are direct infantry instead of being eaten on pickup. That was a really strange bug. As soon as you got meds, they were consumed. I have no idea why that was in there. Even when you weren't even at sort of any HP dropped, it just ate them, which was weird. I'm not sure how the hell that worked at all. What do we got here? Oh, the quarry and seaweed added under the water. It is rough. They have put it in brackets. It's not a set thing at the moment. It's going to be quite glitchy as well. Hopefully the animation on the seaweed is going to be floating around. That would be pretty darn good. Pretty much nearly enough real life. The hatchet location is now random. Oh dear, I'm not talking about the second axe. The red axe you obviously get on the plane. New supplies added to the plane, which is going to be pretty darn cool. And we've discussed this in 0.0.2 as well. There was no actual loot on the other half of the plane. You start from one half, and then pretty much if you look around, not the same area, but if you look quite far away from that particular plane, you'll be able to find the second part of the plane, and there was nothing in there. So hopefully there's different loot in all of the loot in the planes, which is good. No enemy mode. Type avenge mode on the title screen to activate without that, so that'll be awesome as well. So we're going to go peaceful mode and have a look. Not too sure about the natives, probably not going to look at this episode, but I'm going to leave you some little bit of game footage here, guys, as well. If you want to see all the bugs, performance, sounds, features and improvements to the game to the 0.0.3, make sure to head over to the link in the description below. But as always, guys, thanks ever so much for watching this Forest gameplay footage patch note update. If you did enjoy this, I will be bringing you much more than the Forest. This game has massive potential, and I am on the bandwagon for the Forest. So as always, guys, thanks ever so much for watching. This has been Killerkev, and Killerkev out.